Oh, yeah. Super Bowl Sunday is here. What is up, guys? Thought I'd get out a little podcast today since I didn't have any guests or any podcasts this week. I'm sorry. I've just been a little busy and wrapped up with school and life. So I wanted to get out a little something here on this beautiful Super Bowl Sunday. Patriots versus the Eagles. I want to talk a little bit about football. I'm not going to take it very long today. I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. So here we are, Super Bowl Sunday. Like I said, Patriots Eagles starts at 5 p.m. It's a 4-hour window. They got the game. So that's a long time to be drinking and eating and having fun. So hope you guys enjoy your night and enjoy the game there. So let's talk about the game a little bit. Who you rooting for? Who you got? I'll tell you right now, I'm rooting for Tom Brady. And the reason I root for Tom Brady is because I root for greatness, and it wasn't always like this. You know, I, at one point in my life, hated Tom Brady, just like everyone else. And I hate the fact that Patriots are in the Super Bowl a lot. Just because I root for the guy doesn't mean I cheer for the guy. I guess I don't really care if he wins or not. I don't care if the Eagles win or not, to be honest. I have no dog in the fight. So I'm just rooting for greatness. I like to see Tom Brady do it again at his age, 4 years old. And I just want to be like, I was there when that happened. So anytime you're rooting against greatness, I just think of when old folks talk about remembering times when they saw something great. So I remember when Muhammad Ali fought blah, blah, blah. Or I remember when the Packers' first Super Bowl was. You know, I want to have those experiences as well. And I don't think Philadelphia winning would give me that same thing as remembering how great Tom Brady was. So, yeah, I'm not rooting for anybody, but I'm rooting for greatness, and Tom Brady happens to be in that category a little bit. So, I got the Patriots there tonight. So, along that same line as my prediction, I am predicting the Patriots will win quite easily. I think 28-14 maybe. 28-14. I've been really bad on my picks, but Eagles' best players hurt. They're a great team. They got a lot of great players. Top to bottom, they got a lot of great players, but they don't have the quarterback. They don't have the coach. They've never been there. So you got to go with the New England Patriots to win. And what I say, 28-14, yeah, I don't think it'll even be that close, to be honest. Maybe in the first half it'll be a little close, but then they'll pull away. So be cool either way. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. I think it'd be cool for the fans. I think it'd be cool for the city of Philadelphia, but they don't really have that one star, one player that really needs a trophy, a championship trophy. I guess Tom Brady doesn't have really anything to gain from it either besides another ring. So we'll see. Anyways, I got the Patriots. I root for greatness, and I want to see history. So I hope he comes back next year too and is in the Super Bowl as well. So it's something good to talk about. So, well, along those same lines is I have this rant that I want to talk about really quick about sports, mostly football. So a couple weeks ago when the Vikings and Eagles played each other, there was video of Vikings fans walking through the parking lots or the stadium of the Eagles, and everyone was throwing crap at them, yelling at them, swearing at them, flipping them the bird. And it just, every time I see that, I don't want to take my kids or my family, not that I have kids, but when I do have kids, I don't want to take them to football games anymore. So I think what my big point is, stop acting crazy at football games, people. Like, there's no reason for you to act that way as a grown adult. Most of these people are grown men, mostly grown men, 25 to 35 plus. They're acting like that, and don't call me a negative Nancy or a fun hater, but it's not that fun. I would rather just sit at home and watch it, especially if you're a visiting team. Why would you want to go to someone else's stadium and just be harassed for 2 hours? So try doing better if you're a fan of a team, and maybe try not to harass people as much. I mean, Think about if you brought your kids to the game. Why would you bring your kids to a game where they're getting exposed to someone yelling at them, cussing at them, calling them a POS, just because you're wearing a different team's jersey? Really, I mean, it doesn't make sense to me anymore. It used to make sense to me. I used to cheer for teams, and now I really don't care who wins. I don't really have a team in the NFL, NBA, whatever. I just root for certain players, especially when you hear certain players' stories. And this is something I've talked about a little bit with friends and stuff is, I don't have a team. I more gravitate towards individual players, and the more you learn about them, the more you can kind of cheer for them, and it takes away the stress of the game. And I really don't have time to care about my team or have a team. So I know I'm different than everyone else, but I just don't understand grown adults who put so much into worrying about their team, because really your sports team doesn't really care about you. As long as you buy a ticket, as long as you watch, that's all they care about. But they're not going to be there for you when you need it. It could be wrong. There's a lot of great things teams do, but in most part, it's just you're just consuming that. So with that being said, I'll watch the Super Bowl though. I'll watch it and I will like it. I will like it a lot. So just I just wanted to talk about fan behavior and how it kind of turns me off from wanting to go to a game. Why go to a game and pay for parking, have to use porta potties, wait in line for 20 minutes for a porta potty, stand in a section with everyone yelling at you, throwing stuff at you? Why go to a game like that? Why take your kids to that, spend all that money on the food, the tickets, when you can just sit at home and watch it? So I get it. We're fans, but it just doesn't make that much sense to me. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So that's my little rant for the day on sports fans. With that being said, I am a huge sports fan, and appreciate y'all for listening to that. So football season's kind of winding down there. And I got some good guests coming up here, hopefully. I've sent out some signals to see who wants to come on the podcast. And if you guys have any recommendations or want to come on the podcast and talk to me, let me know. I'd be down with that. It's kind of tricky being a full-time student, full-time family member, squeezing in the podcast. I know everyone's busy nowadays, so I'll try to work it out with you guys. I want to try to keep delivering content for you guys and, expanding it a little bit. So I think it's just important to remember that I'm a student first. So I got to tell myself that as much as I want to work on this project and continue to build it, I have to stay grounded a little bit and focus on my priorities first. So with that being said, school is going great. If you're wondering, guys, like I said, I started my adults semester in January 8th, and we are rolling right now. We are learning about the upper extremity. We're learning about, we're doing splinting in class right now, so that's really fun. Working on splints, modalities, things like that, sensory testing. So it's really coming along. It's really awesome so far. I'm really charged up about this semester. So, another thing, I think it was last week or so, we went as a class to the Iowa State Capitol and talked to legislators within our districts about advocating for occupational therapy as a profession. Some of that advocating included getting included into student loan reimbursement for rural practitioners. So if you have any stake in that, we want to try and get more OTs into rural practice in Iowa, and hopefully by incentivizing these OTs to go into rural Iowa areas by paying their student loans back, we can get that accomplished. So other things kind of included telehealth and mental health that we talked about, our legislators. So it was fun. It was the second year doing it. I met with both my legislators, Jeff Danielson and Walt Rogers, and they're pretty cool. We got some tours, took some pictures, shake some hands, kiss some babies, all that kind of stuff. So we're doing the damn thing in OT school, and and getting all that done. This semester is just really exciting. And April is going to kind of be the culmination of it. We're going to go to a national conference in Salt Lake City. We've got our research presentations. We got our final level 1 fieldworks before we head out to our level 2s. So that'll be really fun. I think I'm going to be doing home health for my level 1 in April. So I'll probably talk about that when that comes up. I'm really excited about that. So other than that, I'm going to try and get a guest on this week. I'm not sure when, but I want to try and give you guys something once every week as much as I can, at least while I'm in school. Maybe we'll up it a little bit once I'm out of school, but that is it. That is it for Half the Story Podcast episode. What are we? 5 right now, episode 5. So appreciate you guys. Short one this week, but we'll get back on the wagon this week and take it easy and go Tom Brady. All right, guys. See ya.